earlier this week, we invited all the parties fielding candidates, Conservatives, UKIP, Labour, the Lib Dems, the Brexit Party, SNP, Plaid Cymru, Change UK and the Green Party onto the show to discuss their policies, which they did. This interview with Mr Benjamin is not about UKIP policies.
Why rape though?
Have you seen?
Why rape though?
How would you describe?
Why rape though?
You're deliberately misrepresenting what's happened.
Rape though.
I'm interested
Why
in...
rape though? Why rape though?
It's a joke at your expense.
Rape though. Why rape though?
This is tabloid journalism that you have found.
Rape though.
Put in her face to outrage her.
Rape though.
Being able to
rape though.
take the power back from such a terrible experience. By owning it herself and being able to make jokes about the subject, it doesn't control her. And this is the thing that I'm very concerned about.
Have you been raped?
I've been sexually assaulted.
Do
you usually ask people if they've been raped?
I have no idea.
I don't think you'd ask a woman if she'd been raped.
I have no...
Really, in this context.
No.
I don't think you get to speak for victims.
I've been talking to victims. I'm going to tell you what they've said to us.
I've been sexually assaulted.
I'm going to tell you what they've said to us.
You only care about the survivors that bolster your narrative. Those survivors who are on my side on this issue, you ignore completely. You pretend they don't exist.
Why rape though? Why? You won't accept that survivors of rape and sexual violence find what you've done to be incredibly hurtful.
And you won't accept that survivors of sexual violence find what I've done empowering.
No.
So when do we have the debate on male suicide?
No. And
you don't want to talk about that though, do you?
No.
I mean, if that's the case, then Jess Phillips has got no legitimacy of being an MP.
I won't knife you in the back, I'll knife you in the front.
From what she did to Philip Davies. She laughed at the idea of tabling a discussion about men's issues. That's not funny.
That's inaccurate. No. Why do you think you've had kippers and milkshakes thrown over you while campaigning? Why do you think you've had kippers and milkshakes? That's inaccurate. Why do you think you've had kippers and milkshakes thrown over you while campaigning? Why do you think you've had kippers and milk?
Because you're radicalising people by lying about me.
So there is a link, you say, between language and acts of violence?
Are you telling jokes? Are you telling jokes? Are you telling jokes?
Follows then there is a link between rape though. You sound like a hypocrite. Why rape though? You sound like a hypocrite. Why rape though?
As Orwell says printed on the front of this building, if liberty is to mean anything at all, it must mean the right to tell people that which they don't want to hear.
No,
because the BBC is doing everything they can to kill it off.
No.
I don't think jokes should be criminalised.
No. Rape though. Why rape though?
So when do we have the debate on male suicide? It's the #1 killer of men under 45. When do we get to have that debate?
Thank you very much for talking to us today.
PBS, this just in. An entire battalion of weaponized misogynists will be descending on hapless Chicago to forcefully fondle the city's innocence. With them are notorious fascist pug handler Count Dankula, rape joke enabler Sargon of Akkad, alt-right menace Mr. Reagan, Satan himself Paul Elam, and the devil's handmaid Karen Swan. We have just received word from an expert in hateology that if you even so much as look upon this conference, your eyes will be burned out of your skull, your tongue will invert, and your anus will seethe from the union. We repeat, do not so much as glance at this convention and its related paraphernalia of evil.